Hello, dear hearts. I'm so happy to be here with you today for your January 2021 tarot card reading. What's interesting is that I'm not quite sure who I'm reading for at this very moment. I've done quite a few of you already. My zodiac signs is what I'm referring to. And so I don't really have very many left at this juncture. And so it'll be interesting to see if I pull a card that hasn't been pulled already. But you, of course, at this very moment, as you're watching this video, know exactly who I'm reading right now. So welcome. If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe so you stay abreast of your readings as they come out. Dear soul, dear heart, dear spirit, please show me who I'm reading today. At this very moment, please point me to who I am reading for today. Okay, I have Taurus that came up, but Taurus I've already done. Virgo, is your turn. You're up. Virgo, I love Virgos. Virgos are amazing. This card says choose duties and responsibilities carefully. This is called reorganization. That's what this card says. So cool. That worked out well. So, without further ado, let's get started, dear Virgo. Okay. I had my sage burning here, guys. Very, very good. It was very fragrant. And I still smell it in here, but I kind of want to get it going again. I'm trying to keep that balance between burning too much and burning not enough, you know? Alright. Okay. So, without further ado, we're going to get started, dear Virgo. Alright. Move this over. I have more space. Dear Spirit, please show me the present energy moving into January for dear Virgo. January 2021. Please show me the present energies moving into January 2021 for my beautiful Virgos. And I pull aloneness. Virgo, this is equivalent to the Hermit Tarot. I think Virgos, I have this affinity with Virgos, familiar energy with Virgos because I have a lot of Virgo in my chart, even though I'm a Leo. I'm like Virgo in Venus. Virgo and Mars, I think, and Virgo and Mercury. Like, it's just like Virgo, Virgo, Virgo city in my birth chart. Okay, dear Spirit, please show me the present energies for my dear Divine Masculine Virgos moving into the month of January. And I have the Knight of Air fighting. Now, dear Virgo, when I say evolving energy, or when I say masculine energy, that could be either the dear Divine Masculine Virgo himself, or it could be the partner of the dear Divine Feminine Virgos, because my readings are multifaceted, okay? Just keep that in mind as we go along. Dear Spirit, please show me the present energies for my dear Divine Feminine Virgos moving into January 2021. Please show me the energies. And I have the Four of Water tuning in. Tuning in. The answers are within more so than without. Okay? Just kind of flip. So, you know, I think that that's not a coincidence. I'm going to keep this card as further clarification on the Four of Waters, especially since in this particular rendition of the Four of Waters, there's voices talking in Divine Feminines, tuning in instead of listening to what's going on outside of ourselves. And then the Seven of Waters is about choices of projecting. So we're going to see how that plays into the reading as we move along. Dear Spirit, please show me the evolving energies for Virgo moving into the month. Again, it happened, guys. Okay, Virgo, there's a lot of messages for you. I have the Eight of Fire, which is traveling. January 2021. Dear Spirit, please show me the next evolving energy for dear Divine Masculine and Feminine Virgos moving into January. And I have the Seven of Air, politics. We already know politics is very heavy nowadays, huh, guys? Dear Spirit, please show me the last evolving energy for my dear Virgos here in January 2021. Show me the next evolving energy. And I have, wow, King of Rainbows. All right. So, now, moving into the month, dear Virgo. We're moving into the month maybe quiet. Maybe many of you guys are coming from a very still place. A place of contemplation. This particular card is equivalent to the Hermit Tarot, okay? You notice this guy in this card. He's seeking something, perhaps. But nonetheless, that light that's surrounding him is being emitted from within. So as he spends time in prayer, in meditation, in contemplation, the inspiration, the light grows within his very soul. Okay, and it's able to be projected out into the world. Okay, and so that's the best way to describe how you may be feeling moving into the month of January. Maybe some of you do feel literally alone, but it's not, all is not lost. Okay, you may feel a little alone in some instances. This could pertain to your relationship. You may feel, even if you're in a relationship, you may feel alone within the relationship. Or if you are single, you just may be feeling that and want or desire for a partnership. Okay, that could be what that means also. You could feel alone as it pertains to a certain perspective that you're holding on to or some understanding that you have. Nonetheless, this aloneness is a major arcana that sparks major inspiration. Okay. And illuminates the path for yourself and perhaps even others. Okay? Because that light is coming from inside of you, dear Virgo. Dear Spirit, please clarify aloneness for my dear Virgos moving into the month. Oh, well, that's too many cards, dear Virgo. Too many cards. Dear Spirit, please show me the clarification on aloneness. Okay, that's it. And I have the Eight of Swords. In some area within your life, dear Virgo, you may have feel like your hands were tied, okay? You feel stuck in a particular situation and you are seeking guidance, okay? You have sought guidance from within because you felt like you couldn't move, like your hands are tied, okay? As you can see, this lady, she's sitting laying in this card, and she's looking in a mirror, looking at her reflection, and she's not seeing things as they are, she's seeing things as she feels, okay? But the reality is that her hands aren't bound, okay? She's free to make the moves that are necessary in her life, okay? Nonetheless, dear Virgo, you may feel like, moving into the month, you may feel like, my hands are tied in regards to something. I'm not seeing something as clearly as I would like to. All right, dear Spirit, please clarify aloneness and the Eight of Swords energy. This could be also being stuck in an intellectual rut as well. Okay, this could pertain to just about any aspect of your life energetically. Okay, dear Virgo. Dear Spirit, please clarify the aloneness, Eight of Swords for dear Virgo, moving into the month of January. Wow, okay, so... Okay, so I actually pulled two cards at this particular juncture, and the first one is the Knight of Cups. This gentleman, okay, is offering this lady a cup. Could it be a cup of love? Could it be a job offer, an offer in terms of friendship, connection, an invitation to go somewhere? But, she's kind of just receiving, or actually, as I look at this again, this particular lady is actually giving him the cup, right? This tells me that this might be something that you are contemplating. That maybe there is an offer on the table in terms of relationships, or in some type of offer where somebody wants to insert their energy within your sphere, and you are contemplating it. You don't know which direction to go, and as such, you have opted to take some time alone, to pray, to meditate, and otherwise come up with the answers that you need so desperately in regards to this particular situation. This dilemma may be also, for some of my dear Virgos, it may be connected to a new beginning. As you can see, this particular fool isn't walking off anybody's cliff, okay? He's actually taking time to stop and smell the roses. You are coming into the year, dear Virgo, really appreciating the simplistic and simple aspects of life, okay? And you know, you're not really worried. You know, you're not really worried. Some of you guys have started a new beginning or started a new endeavor, okay? And you have come to a place where you are making progress. You have made offers have been made to you perhaps in regards to this situation, and you know, you've come to a stopping point per se, because you don't know what the best direction is after from this point, and that's why it was necessary for you to take the time to reflect. But we're gonna see what else is going on here. Like, okay, so moving into January, we have aloneness. All right, you kind of feel stuck. All right, this could be in regards to a love situation, all right, or a new beginning that you haven't embarked on. Dear Spirit, please clarify the aloneness for my dear Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine Virgos, moving into the month of January. Okay, so I have the 9 of Coins, which turns into the 10 of Coins. So yes, you know, this, I've seen a lot of energy as I've been doing these readings as it pertains to unions and people coming together, okay? So this dilemma very well could have to do with a union of some sort. All right, this woman, she probably was super independent. Dear Divine Feminine, this is you. The 9 of Coins speaks of independence. She is successful in her own right, okay? But this 9 of Cups rendition is actually connecting with the 10 of Cups, which emphasizes family and family support, emotional support, stability, the peaks of happiness, the ending to perhaps trials, okay? So this tells me that, you know, you may have taken a chance in you know, coming from a very comfortable place in some instances. You took a chance because you saw happiness, you saw togetherness, you saw family, you saw potential in a particular love, likely love situation or other partnership, which may pertain to your career or other friendships in your life. You took a chance and you started something new with somebody on some endeavor, with some project, okay? And you've been giving. You've been giving, he's been giving. This, you know, this cup was offered. You know, in some instances, dear Virgo, some of you guys are ready to give that cup back because you feel stuck in regards to this particular situation. And as such, you have sought for some guidance from within, okay? So there's a lot of different scenarios that may be happening with you in regards to these energies this month, dear Virgo. Moving on, we have the Knight of Air, which is fighting. Okay, so this is an energy of, you know, something really fast. Some message, intellectual message. Some message is moving in, is moving at a fast pace, and this is aiming right at you, dear Divine Feminine, or Masculine, excuse me, okay? Dear Divine Masculine, this could also be you, okay? You could find yourself in a particular situation where you're not really sure about, you know, a situation. You feel like you're fighting with someone. You're fighting, you know, something within yourself, or you're fighting something outside of yourself. You have something to say, dear Divine Masculine, or somebody has something to say to you. Nonetheless, it's a very harsh energy. It's a straightforward energy. It's honest. Harsh, when I say harsh, I mean in terms of how this particular thought is communicated. Somebody could be communicating harshly with you, or you could be communicating harshly with somebody. But let's clarify this Knight of Air for my dear Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. I mean, it's Divine Masculine, sorry, Feminines. This could actually be your partner, though, dear Divine Feminines, okay? So, the Knight of Air, let's clarify, dear Spirit, for my dear Virgo, Divine Masculines. Moving into the month of January 2021. Please clarify, dear Spirit. And I have the 7 of Wands. This is about defense. Somebody could be being defensive towards you. You could be being defensive. This reminds me that perhaps, you know, there's something that needs to be clarified. You know, somebody's determined. Somebody's determined to see things their way. They're very passionate about it. Okay. This particular woman, she feels that she's right from the core of her. So if you are in a disagreement with a Divine Feminine aspect of yourself or of somebody else, understand that, you know, that this person does mean well. Okay, you may not agree with what's happening or the defense mechanism, but they do mean well. She's definitely laser focused on what she's feeling from the heart as opposed to the ego. In your particular case, dear Divine Masculine, this could be you. You could be determined to get your point across in some way. You have something to tell somebody. But we're going to get further clarity on this fighting. Knight of Air energy for my dear Virgos. Here in January. Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. And we have the Three of Cups. Okay. The Three of Cups is about sharing, okay? In this particular rendition, these women, they're having a good time. They're all so beautiful, okay? All right, so this tells me that this could be more than one person. It literally tells me that this energy, dear Divine Masculine, could be coming from within you. You're struggling between different energy sources. All meaning well, perhaps. All very determined, but something that's not conducive with what you're feeling now. It's not logical because most of this is coming from a very emotional place, okay? The Three of Cups is also about celebration. This could be a literal celebration where some of my dear Divine Masculines are celebrating with more than one person within their family, in their friendships. And as such, you know, this particular gathering, this particular celebration may have led to a place where somebody felt like they had to be defensive, okay? Maybe, dear Divine Masculine, you were accused of behaving in a way at this particular gathering or with these particular friends that aren't conducive with who you are. And that's why you feel like, you know, you're fighting something, all right? In some instances, dear Divine Masculine, this could be you fighting your lower self, lower desires, the desire to run, your desire to do something that's against the core of who you are. I wonder, you know what, let's see what else there is, because that kind of came out of nowhere, that last interpretation. And so you're fighting, okay, against some lower nature aspect, perhaps. Some of my dear Virgos. Dear Spirit, please clarify the Knight of Air for my dear Divine Masculines moving into the month of January. That's it. The cards are really doing a good job of jumping out, guys. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Okay. Because you actually, dear Divine Masculine, you ended something. There was some place that you were stuck. Okay. You really felt stuck and you had to go find a solution to an issue, a solution to a relationship problem, a solution to a friendship, a solution in your career with your job. And nonetheless, something ended, okay? Something ended, and as such, I'm feeling that some of my Virgos, it did end a relationship in their past, and this could be in the not so distant past and towards the distant past, okay? They got out there, they were able to explore and see what else is out there, I guess. In the wild, I call it the wild, the single life. They were able to get out there and, you know, perhaps dear Divine Masculine now is rethinking some things, you know. This lady, she's not meditating for no reason, you know. He seems to be thinking about somebody, okay. He's very determined to enact his passions in some way after spending time with these women. And as such, he's fighting to get near somebody. In some instances, Virgo, that's what it is. In others, he's fighting to maintain his reputation. He wants to be logical. He doesn't want to hear assumptions. Nonetheless, that's the energy. And it has something to do with the crowd, the company that he's keeping, okay? So there's some company that he's keeping that's being questioned, and he's a little defensive, and he's fighting that perception, or he's fighting the urge to engage in such a way because maybe he just needs to take a little bit more time to heal and reflect versus just moving on so quickly. So if you are a Virgo Divine Masculine who's moving on from a love relationship that may have ended in the not too distant past, understand that you are not alone, okay, dear Divine Masculine Virgo. It happens, okay? You know, some people say, oh, you can replace your love with a new love. Okay, sure, you can try, but it doesn't always work out as you envision. And that's also the energy I'm getting with dear Divine Masculine Virgo. It's not as I envision, you know. I want things to change. I'm fighting against something. All right, so dear Divine Feminine Virgos, I have tuning in and projections. Now, I did pull the projections because I couldn't help but to think that this was no accident, dear Divine Feminine Virgo, okay? I have the Four of Water tuning in because it seems like you have a lot of people potentially in your ear, dear Divine Feminine. It's interesting how some people or people around us, even us, you know, we tend to know exactly what to do in other people's situations and circumstances, but not so much our own. And that's the energy that I'm feeling for dear Divine Feminine Virgos, okay? People in your ear, but you know the solution, okay? You're not putting the condition of your soul, your emotions, your emotional well-being in the hands of anybody. You're tuning in, dear Divine Feminine, to find the answers that you seek this month. It looks like some of the dilemma may be connected to some type of projection scenario. Things aren't as they appear to be. Something just doesn't feel right in a particular situation. This situation may be related to a relationship, a love relationship, a friendship, or something on the job. Nonetheless, there is some projection, and this card also comes as a reminder for us to remember that a lot of times what we see is merely a reflection of what's going on inside of us. All right, so this is a gentle reminder to keep that in mind as you contemplate. But like I said, you're going to the source, which is the right thing to do. And you're not listening to what other people tell you about this particular situation. All right, dear Spirit, please clarify Four of Waters for my dear Divine Feminine Virgos moving into the month of January 2021. Please clarify the Four of Water tuning in, dear Spirit, for my dear Virgos moving into the month of January. Somebody was heartbroken. Somebody felt like, you know, there was some swords stuck in their backs, you know, like somebody's having nightmares. This could also indicate that you have been mentally tormented because, you know, and some of these, this could be coming from actual reservations, actual indicators or red flags that you've noticed around you in terms of particular situation that you're observing from the inside. Nonetheless, this, whatever is keeping you up at night, something that's whatever is worrying you, this is just an indication that this could potentially be a projection, okay? Could it be that some of your greatest fears are coming to the surface? All right? And then, you know, you're learning how to tune in and tune out those things that are not necessary, those fears. You know, I'm thinking about how sometimes what we absorb around us, whether it's something that we watch on television, something that we're reading, even our company, the company that we keep, has a major impact on how we feel in those nightmares and those projections that we may, you know, contend with, okay? So with this projection card, it's reminding you to check your environment, okay? You know, check and just reflect on those aspects that you really engage in, those sectors where you put in a lot of energy, and see if some of the root cause of this distress, okay, or this worry is coming from your environment, okay? And do what it takes to regain your peace. And it looks like that's what you're going to do, okay? Because you're tired of crying at night or being up at night, okay? You know, somebody could have also literally broke some of your hearts. All right, dear Spirit, please clarify the Four of Water for my dear Virgos moving into the month of January 2021. Oh yeah, for sure. Somebody's been left out in the cold. This is the Five of Pentacles. In this particular rendition, you don't see the person or you know, usually walking by in the snow outside of the window of this church. But the person's on the way, you know, and the dog is actually looking for him, like he sees him down the road, okay? This is an indication that you have felt alone. You've been left out in the cold in regards to a particular situation that has happened in your life, a particular relationship. And it has kept you up at night. You have worried. You're projecting. You're looking at your intentions. You're looking at every aspect. It's like you're analyzing, all right? This could also indicate that some of you also had a material loss, like monetarily, okay? And you're tuning in to see what direction you should go in terms of setting things straight or getting more balance as it pertains to your material love. That's going to apply to some of my Virgos as well. Dear Spirit, please clarify the Four of Waters for my dear Virgos moving into January 2021. Wow, oh goodness, okay. We have the Ace of Coins and we have the Two of Coins. So somebody was offered something of a material aspect. This was a new job. This was a new endeavor that was supposed to be profitable in some instances for you, dear Virgo. Or this was potentially an offer as it pertains to love, an offer to get together, to date, you know, to do things of that nature. And this turned into the Two of Coins where a decision had to be made, all right? And it looks like this decision may not have been in your favor, okay? And as such, that's why you're feeling this loss and feeling left out in the cold, in worry, okay? And projecting, because you're understanding that in some instances, dear Virgo, this is a projection or a replay of something that's going on within you. In other instances, somebody's projecting that energy onto you. And as such, you have tuned people out and you are searching for answers from within. Okay? Alright, so dear Spirit, let's move on to the evolving energies, dear Virgo. Okay, so the energies are evolving. Energy moves very fast, dear Virgo. I have the Eight of Fire, which is traveling. This is about fast communication. Some of you guys have some really quick and swift communication happening. Swift communication happening between partners. Swift communication happening within your work environment. Swift communication in regards to traveling somewhere or going a good distance to meet somebody somewhere. Let's see. Let's clarify further though. Like, what's this eight, dear Spirit? What is this Eight of Fire about for my dear Virgos? Okay, moving into the month of January 2021. Please clarify the Eight of Fire for my Virgos, dear Spirit. Wow, I have Queen of Swords. This lady, she's very mature, okay? She knows what she wants. She says what she means and she means what she says, okay? She has issues with trust. She has trust issues, okay? Because she has this beautiful heart of gold and her heart has been broken in the past by somebody or more than one person, okay? And as such, you know, she has this tender heart, but she puts on a very strong face. All right, so this tells me that some of you guys may have definitely gone through some heartbreaking situation. You know, some of my Virgos in the past, in the recent past, okay? And as such, you've decided to travel, right? To perhaps regain your balance in a particular situation, okay? This could also mean, dear Virgo, that some of you guys have a woman of this caliber, a Queen of Swords energy in your life, okay? She's going to come in and help clarify things for you. She could be in the form of a mother figure, a friend, or even a counselor, okay? Because she's the sword wielder. She has intellectual prowess, and she is ready to help out as well. In some instances, I feel that's the case for you, Virgo. Oh, that was fast. Okay, dear Virgo, I'm clarifying the Eight of Fire, which is traveling. And what I pulled is the Hermit because, again, you went inside. Remember, at the beginning of the month, we have the Aloneness Tarot. So that is the Hermit Tarot, okay? So coming from this place of reflection, moving into the month of January, you may decide, okay, to seek counseling, or you may be the Queen of Swords energy, dear Virgo, okay, who decides that, you know what, I'm going to travel, I'm going to move past this situation. This is a natural evolvement past something that you want to move on from. This could also be physically traveling somewhere. Okay. All right. So that to me is confirmation that, you know, the energy from the present energies moving into January are evolving. Okay. For your divine masculine and feminine Virgos. Your Spirit. Please clarify Eight of Fire traveling. This could fast communication. Physically traveling or moving away from a particular situation. Okay. Please clarify for my dear Virgos moving into the month of January 2021. Yeah, because you had to make a decision, okay? A decision had to be made in regards to a heartbreaking situation, okay? Again, heartbreak keeps coming up for you guys, Virgo. So you guys, some of you are going through major changes this month, okay? Two of Swords means that, you know, usually in that rendition you have a lady and she has two swords and she's making a decision kind of blindfolded. This lady right here, she has her eyes open. That decision has been made. The Three of Swords has come in and it creates heartbreak, all right? And as such, this has sent this person to a place of self-reflection, of aloneness, to that place of the hermit, okay? And then we start our reading over again. This person may have a hard time understanding how they could trust somebody. Or this person may be seeking guidance from a woman who's very cutthroat, or a mother figure who's very cutthroat, who can really help them get to the bottom of what they're feeling, or who may suggest traveling, all right, as a means to ease the stress that this particular Virgo has been through. All right, so moving past something is a major theme for you, dear Virgo. You're moving past something either emotionally, spiritually, and even physically. I'm moving on. Okay, it's time to move on to happier days ahead, okay? Moving on, we have the Seven of Air. Politics. Somebody was deceived. Somebody has recognized deception in a particular belief system. Somebody's changing their belief system based on this deception. Okay, somebody could be sneaking about. Somebody could be sneaking about. So if you're in a situation where you know, you've broken up with somebody, it's, you know, this could be an indication that this person hasn't stopped thinking about you. They may still be stalking your social media, you know. Anyways, being intellectually deceptive, a false ending, I'm hearing in some instances. But let's clarify the Seven of Air, because politics is that things aren't as they appear to be. All right, somebody's wearing a mask. Beware of the person wearing the mask, okay? And then be objective so that we see who's wearing the mask and understand that this could also include ourselves, right, dear Virgo? But you're pretty straightforward, right? Somebody in your environment could be wearing a mask, okay? And perhaps this has to do with this heartbreak that we keep seeing up here in this particular reading. But let's clarify the Seven of Air for my dear Divine Masculine and Feminine Virgos. Oop. Moving into January. Knight of Wands, yeah, because, you know, somebody came in, the Knight of Shining Armor, dear Virgo, came in, swept you off your feet. You just thought he was wonderful. Okay, he came in with a message. This could be a message of love or some other passionate endeavor. And now the mask has been removed as it pertains to this particular person. Okay. This, like again, it could be a friendship. Masks off, right? No time for deception. Just tell me what's real, Virgo says. I don't want any deception, you know, in my life. Okay, so dear Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Air for my dear Virgos here in January 2021. Please clarify, dear Spirit. I have the Lovers, yeah. This person some of my Virgos did go through a breakup, okay? And this person tries to come back. And maybe you gave this person a second chance. I'm feeling in some cases you gave this person a second chance, okay? All right. And it's very interesting because even though you gave them a second chance, you know, they were not able to change the essence of who they are. All right. So the mask came off in this particular situation. It looks like this guy in particular pursued you. If it's not a second chance situation, you know, this guy, he came along, this Knight in Shining Armor. You see how she's so happy. You know, she's playing with the wands. Okay. And he's like reaching out his hands and saying, I'm the lover. We're going to be lovers. This may have been a love relationship that you engaged in, but, you know, things weren't as they appeared to be. And you understand that now here in January, okay? You understand exactly what it is that you got yourself into. Okay. So, dear Spirit, please clarify the Seven of Air. All right, moving into January 2021. Please clarify, dear Spirit. If you're in a situation where you can't see things clearly, dear Virgo, understand that this is only temporary, okay? This is going to change, okay? You're going to be able to, the mask is going to be removed as it pertains to any situation that is not just, which is not true. okay, which is not pure. Five of Cups is about loss, okay? The cups spilleth over, but then it moves to the Six of Cups. Again, the past is being highly, highly emphasized here. So definitely whatever, so those that are just going through a breakup this month is temporary. He's going to try to come back. Literally, it feels like it's going to be up to you whether or not you want to take this fellow back or this female back, okay? He's going to come back, okay? But nonetheless, or also whoever, okay, so that's some instances. In other instances, this person that came back into your life and rode in on that horse, being the knight in shining armor, and offered you his hand in love, he actually was wearing the mask the whole time, right? And so you're now able to pick up on that mask and on that deception, okay? The final evolving energy that I pick up on is the King of Rainbows, which is abundance. This guy, he's stable. He has it together. He's financially successful. He's mature. He's faithful. He's loving. He's loyal. Listen, Virgo, after the reading I've done for you, like, this is what we need, okay? As an evolving energy, because there seems to be a lot of tuning in and a lot of fighting, heartache, and things of that nature here in January for you. But this is the rainbow after the rain, okay? This is the light at the end of the tunnel, okay? This could be an actual physical person in your environment, or this could be just the energy, okay, of success. This could definitely portray success in your career, all right? Or a man of this caliber comes and brings good news to you in some way, but we're going to clarify. This could also be an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. Virgo, this could be you, divine masculine. Dear divine feminine, this could be your divine masculine, okay? Looks like some of you Virgos are dealing with some karmic situations, okay? Karmic things have to fall by the wayside so that the new and authentic and pure and true things stay. All right, so let's clarify the King of Rainbows, abundance, for my dear Virgos here in, because, and this is you again. All right, because you, dear divine feminine Virgo, the Nine of Pentacles, you are good on your own materially, okay? You're very confident, you're very successful. You have gained success at the rolling your own sleeves up, per se, okay? You have been able to manifest the fruits of your labor, okay? And now you have this king stepping in. So definitely, dear Virgo, some of you guys do have some good news as it pertains to material aspects within your life, okay? Very, very good news coming in, okay? So don't fret. No matter what's happening now, it looks like as the month progresses, you're going to have some very positive changes as it pertains to your physical environment and your material aspects, even up to money. You may even, and for some of my Virgos, you have somebody of this caliber, of this loyal nature, of this mature nature that comes in, right, and says, hey, let's go get some coffee. Social distance, of course. You don't have to cry at home and lay on the couch. You can get up. Let's go, dear Virgo. Dear Spirit, please clarify the King of Rainbows, abundance, for my dear Virgos here in January 2021. Please clarify. But yeah, Six of Pentacles is about sharing. Yeah, so this just tells me, dear Virgo, that whatever material success you may be manifesting this month is a direct result of the way that you are, okay? You have been giving, you have been sharing in some particular aspects in your life, and as such, it has boosted you to a place of success and that you're able to share. This also tells me that you're able to share with someone this month in that way. It's not an accident that all three of these cards coming from different suits are equivalent on the Pentacle scale. So this heavily indicates that there could be, that despite the emotional heartache and pain, there could be definitely some monetary success for you this month, dear Virgo. We're going to clarify one more time. Let's see if we can pull anything but Pentacles. But yeah, this is a very material aspect. It also tells me that you have people in your corner. No matter what you're going through, there's somebody in your corner that's going to have your back, dear divine masculine and feminine Virgos. Please clarify, dear Spirit, the King of Rainbows for my dear Virgos. And I have the Seven of Wands lead to the Eight of Wands. Again, this is about defense. This reminds me of the Seven of Wands rendition. So this could be also definitely speaking of the Divine Masculine who has been defensive, okay? He's going to move past that place. Or the Divine Feminine who has been defensive. You're going to move past that point, okay? Eight of Wands, communication is going to restart, okay? So in some instances, some of my Virgos stop communicating. The communication was hard. There could be something in our astrology or astrological profile this month that it has caused Mercury to go awry, okay? But that's going to come to a close, all right? You're going to get back to a place of sharing, of communicating, all right? Of manifesting, of understanding that you are the creator, knowing that you are the creator of your reality, and as such, abundance is going to flow in for you, dear Virgo, okay? So that is your reading, dear Virgo. I hope that you are able to get the messages out of this reading that pertain to your particular situation. All right. So I'm going to also go ahead and just do an overall oracle pull for this reading to bless our overall reading, dear Virgo. All right, dear Spirit. What else is there for Virgo to learn this month? Oh, before I do that, Virgo, I almost forgot. I like to do a little summary before I move to that particular phase because I said so much. It's good to kind of like, you know, just go through the cards once more, okay? Moving into the month, many of you, dear Virgos, are going to feel alone. This is self-imposed isolation. This isn't something that was imposed upon you, all right? Because you may feel stuck in as it pertains to a particular situation in your life, all right? Somebody may have been handed a cup, or you may have handed a cup to somebody else. This knight in shining armor rode in, all right? As you were setting off on a new journey or a new beginning in your life, okay? Because you had dreams of becoming a couple, all right? Moving from that Nine of Coins, independent, I can do it all on my own energy, into partnership, all right? And now you feel like you're stuck in this particular situation and you need insight. Isaac, you need insight. And this tells me that you do find it. Not only do you find it, but you're emitting this inspiration from within yourself, okay? Dear Divine Masculine, I'm seeing fighting, okay? This is the Knight of Air energy. You're fighting something. What are you fighting, dear Divine Masculine? Okay, this energy of fighting could be coming from within or without yourself. Okay, this could also be an intellectual dilemma or fighting with someone. Okay, if it seems like somebody in a particular situation is very defensive, okay, this could pertain to the company that you're keeping, okay, or the company that you kept. All right, and you know, prior to this, you know, there was some type of likely hang up in a particular situation or a hardcore ending. You know, a death to a particular ideal or dynamic within your life. All right, and now you're just fighting for some sense of normalcy, I feel. Dear Divine Feminine, I have the Four of Water tuning in. This is not your traditional Four of Water Cups rendition, all right? You are tuning people out and you're tuning into above, to the energies above, all right? No time to listen to all of the voices in your head, okay? Or in your ear, physically. All right, because you understand that sometimes people project, okay, what it is that they think you should know. Also, you understand how projection works both ways, and that you project and other people project towards you. And instead of, you're going to bypass all that, dear Virgo, and you're going to tune in to your higher self, to God, to the person that you consider you get your inspiration from, all right? This may be rooted in a heartbreak, nightmares, worry, stress, fear in regards to a loss, okay? That could have happened in your not too distant past to distant past, okay? This could pertain to a literal money situation when as it pertains to your career, or this could be in regards to a relationship where you were offered something of value. You made the decision, you chose to take the risk in this regard, but it ended up out in the cold in this particular situation. That's why you're tuning in, because you need guidance, you want healing, okay? Moving on, we have the Eight of Fire, traveling. Somebody's physically traveling this month. Somebody has communication coming to them from abroad, afar, okay? This communication could be coming from a woman who is a air sign, okay? This could be a Gemini, okay? This just came to me. I don't think I said this during the reading. This could be an Aquarius, all right? This could be a Libra. Nonetheless, you know, this Queen of Swords is coming in. This could be you. This could be an aspect of you, dear Virgo, okay? She's not trusting something, so she needs to travel. You know, travel's going to help her get past something that happened, all right? This is after a period of spending some time contemplating and reflecting, you know, within. This person had to make a decision in regards to an intellectual decision or a relationship, all right? And this led to heartbreak. This heartbreak led to self-imposed isolation that we witnessed moving into the month. And now, you know, this lady, she's learning how to trust again. She's saying what she means and she's meaning what she says. And as a result of that, she's traveling across new territory this month. Moving on, we have the Seven of Air, which is the Seven of Politics. So the mask is being taken down. If there's any deception at all happening within your sphere, that's coming down. Somebody had offered you their hand, offered you a loving situation. He rode in as the knight in shining armor, and you had you celebrating, all right? And this person likely came from the past, okay? Likely came from the past, likely also gave you glimpses or little red flags in the past of their character. But you fell in, nonetheless, you fell for it, and we all do, right, dear Virgos? Not just you, all right? And now the mask's off. You can see things exactly how they are, not as you wish them to be. Another energy is the King of Rainbows. This is abundance. This is about abundance. This is either a physical manifestation for you yourself, dear Virgo, where you're going to have some unexpected windfall come in or unexpected material come up this month for you, dear Virgo, okay? Because, you know, you stand on your own 2 feet, okay? You make a way. You are independent. You're successful in your own right, okay? Even if you don't have a lot of money, you know how to get by. You know that you're blessed, okay? Because this is a result of good karma coming back to you, dear Virgo, from you being such a sharing and giving person. This doesn't have to be money. This could be sharing in whatever way makes sense for you. Something that's coming from the heart, okay? You were defensive about something, or maybe delayed, okay, somewhat waiting on something. You were determined to get somewhere, okay, and you did, and now you are having that return to you in some way this month, dear Virgo, okay? So you know, definitely there's some trying aspects this month for you, dear Virgo, but there are also some aspects to celebrate for you this month, all right? And so goes life, right? So let's clarify, dear Spirit, let's bless this overall reading for Virgo here in January 2021. Let's bless this overall reading for Virgo. Wow, it says, be curious, look deeper, dear Virgo. Look beneath the surface. It looks like that's what you're doing, dear Divine Feminine, right? Okay. Also, dear Divine Masculine and Feminine, removing the mask. Look below the surface, because you know what? Sometimes things aren't what they appear to be. Sometimes we see things as way worse than what they actually are. Okay? And sometimes, you know, our eyes must be open, okay, for the greater good to be served in any particular situation. All right? So, let's see. It says, look beyond the natural world for a more enhanced view of things. See beyond the obvious. See that there's a reason for everything. For our joy, for our happiness, for our heartaches. You know, it's all about evolution. It's called experience, dear Virgo. And that's what you're experiencing. You're experiencing every aspect this month. It seems like you're touching on every aspect this month as it pertains to evolving, you know, in this life. As it pertains to experience, okay? So you just keep the faith, keep your head up, and understand that this too shall pass in those situations that are heartbreaking for you. And then in those situations that are good, just relish in them, love them, appreciate them. You know, sometimes we are discouraged from really proclaiming from the mountaintops our joy, our happiness. And, you know, we don't have to be that way. It's okay to proclaim it. That's not being braggadocious, as some people put it. That's actually just being thankful and letting other people see that, look, I'm okay. I made it through this. You can too. You know, this is not the end of my story. My story continues. It's going to continue as long as I breathe. I hear that for you, Virgo. All right. So, dear Virgo, until next time, please be sure to subscribe so that you stay abreast of your readings as they come out. And I will be bringing out your February reading later this month. Until next time, much love and many blessings.